Yeah.
Because fat is just stored energy.
Mm-hmm.
One of my biggest tips for cardio is either doing cardio right after you wake up as a fasted workout. So just doing cardio on an empty stomach. That way your body is using your stored energy rather than any energy you are consuming as in carbs, fat, protein. This is also a tip by Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill.
Oh yeah, Superman.
Yeah, exactly.
Favorite, bro.
Exactly. Then when I had to increase my cardio, because your metabolism would naturally catch up.
Yeah.
You can't do 12-3-30 or any kind of cardio for a long period of time.
Mm-hmm.
Either you have to decrease your overall calorie intake by either adding more cardio, adding more steps, or just lowering calorie. For me, lowering calories was the last resort because it was to a point where I was eating sub 1,000 calories.
Ooh. And this sub 1,000 calories is not like as he's just trying to lose weight or cut. It's more or less because he was trying to get extremely lean for a bodybuilding show where he needs to show all the muscle he can.
Exactly. And at my limit, I was walking to campus, which is a 2-mile walk, totaling up there and back to 15K steps every day. And that doesn't include the high interval training that I have, as well as cardio, as well as jump rope, eating stuff that 1,000 calories.
Dude, can you give a daily, like the daily workout routine, what it was like, or just the day,
Yeah, no worries.
one day in that, like towards the ends of prep, what was that like?
So I would wake up and try not to eat anything, just so I could be fasted.
Uh-huh.
I would walk to campus. At the time, most of my classes were online, so I had the liberty to just rewatch them whenever in my convenience.
Yeah.
Thank God for that.
Yeah. To speed.
Yeah. And then I would start my day off by walking to campus. I would just listen to music, listen to podcasts, listen to audiobooks, just trying to make use of my time efficiently and walk to campus. It wasn't a bad walk. It was just very tedious. And at the time, I had a good amount of time. And then I would work out, and this would be what Coach Aaron kind of provided me. It's just a lot of high rep stuff. High rep, low rest time. Because at the time, when you are cutting and at such a low calorie as mine, you're not going to gain any new muscle. But what I was trying to do is maintain the muscle.
Maintain muscle.
As well as elevating my heart rate.
Got it.
That's why higher rep, lower rest time is better for cutting.
Mm-hmm.
Just because the goal isn't to gain muscle. The goal is to maintain, like showing the muscle that it's still being used. Like trying to work the muscle as well as, again, overall elevating heart rate.
Elevate heart rate. Okay.
After that, cardio room. At peak, it was 15 incline for 4 miles per hour for roughly an hour 40.
For those of you who don't know, that is crazy. Hour 40 on a treadmill, 15 incline, 4 speed. That is a lot. But for greatness, for the show, I understand. Continue, sorry.
No worries. Like, again, jump in. And it's really the energy. I really wanted to do a show. Like, there was nothing more at that time that I wanted. Is to just, I've been bulking for a year, and I was cutting for roughly half a year.
Mm-hmm.
So around 6 months. So I was really dedicated to that. I really wanted to succeed in my first show since I was struggling with body image for the longest time. And like, I kind of knew that stepping on stage would be one of my most redefining moments.
Yeah.
It would be like, I finally made it to this goal.
Yeah.
But afterward, it felt amazing.
That's awesome, man.
You had no idea the feeling of stepping on stage. It's very high energy. You would think that a lot of competitor would be competitive.
Yeah.
I grew up doing combat sports. My coach would be like, "Don't look at him. You're gonna kill him.
Yeah.
Or you're gonna fight him." However, I was expecting the same thing, the same mentality. I'm gonna be competing against this guy in a couple of hours. They were the nicest people I've ever met.
On stage, yeah.
Yeah, because like
Crazy.
because they kind of realize, regardless of what I can like sabotage in this person, won't help me go ahead. Like I can only do as much that I can do already. Like everyone there was lean. They finished their prep. They were lean. They were ready to step on stage and show their best.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of the other competitor respect the grind.
The grind, yeah.
Because anyone who have ever gone through show prep, so shout out to Trident Flex, knows how hard it is.
So hard.
It is really difficult to consistently be at that deficit. At some point, I'm like, it even gets so hard to sleep.
Yeah, because you're so hungry.
You're so hungry all the time. Like, you're always like angsty. Like, your body doesn't have the nutrients to do anything.
Yeah.
So stress hormones are like off the roof, cortisol and everything. So yeah, it's very, everyone who I've competed went through that. So they could always respect that grind. So everyone's like so positive because you went through this, like.
Can you talk about after the cut, after you step on stage, there is usually an initial period of gaining the weight back because of all your body's been so depleted from carbohydrates and you're on a very low calorie deficit or high calorie deficit. How much weight do you usually gain at post show, and then kind of what was that like?
My show weight was 180, depleting of water as well.
Mm-hmm.
Not the day off, but the day after, or transitioning to that week, I've gained up to 14 pounds.
Right.
I would imagine most of it is water.
It's all water. It goes away eventually, yeah.
But you will gain weight after, excuse me.
Bless you.
You will gain weight after the show naturally, since like Angela says, your body's depleted. So you want to basically gain all the weight back.
Mm-hmm.
So, but honestly, at that point, I didn't care. Like, cause show prep was hell.
Yeah.
And I think, apologies.
Show weight, you're good.
I think anyone going through that also taught me that I've been through the trenches.
Yeah.
So nothing could compare to that.
Yeah.
So it shows me that I could do basically anything.
Tommy's right. It's like, I think one of the hardest things in life, right? Of course, business is hard. Of course, building whatever is extreme. Building anything in life is hard, but taking care of your body and cutting or losing all that weight to get to where you want this physique to be is one of the most hardest and most disciplined things you can do in your life. So once you kind of achieve that, you kind of develop this mental mindset or the scar tissue in your mind to know that I can do anything I set in my mind to go, this was so freaking hard. I can do anything. Similar for me when I cut to like I think my lowest weight ever was like 161 or 160. And
he made such a incredible change.
Yeah. And it's crazy because you get to that weight, right? And then the next day, like, all right, I'm here at my goal weight. You do balloon up a bit, like 10 pounds because you've just been deprived, but it all goes away. Like, I think eventually I got to 160 and I leveled out at 165, right? So same thing with Tommy and all the competitors at the Trident Flex show. I was hanging out with them after, like the day after, or just I saw them at the gym again. They would lose, like, they were down to like whatever, really low weight. And then the next day they're up 15 to 20 pounds. But then we all know that will just go away eventually.
Pretty much. Because there's two different kind of losing weight. There's temporary and there's long term. For long term, a slower cut is necessary because you want to lose the weight and have the weight stay off. For something like a fast cut, it's not sustainable, but it is for something like show prep. So something like that naturally will go back. However, if you want to do long-term weight loss, take it slow. Take it really slow. Since the faster you cut, the more muscle you will eventually lose. So that's why, for me, I try to take it slow. So within like half a year, just to retain the most muscle. And even with that, like, since we are natural, we're just
Yeah, we're just all we're not on any performance enhancing substances or anything like that.